So I've wanted
This
to do
is
this
real
for a while.
goblin
A lot of
moding.
People have asked for it, and we're finally gonna do it. Today, I'm gonna show you all how I cook a steak. I know how to cook one meal, a steak. And today, you're gonna learn how to do the same thing. Now, I would say that steak is the most important meal of the day. Usually, whenever I get up around 2 to 3 p.m., I start the day off, I eat 1 to 4 cookies, maybe some gummy lifesavers, maybe go down to, I don't know, McDonald's to get some food, and then towards the end of the night, and this is about where we're at now, it's about, looks like a little past 1 a.m. And so this is prime steak time.
I will
I'd like to
say,
show you guys
I have
how-
this, when I'm in the zone goblin moding, I have the same, like, eating schedule that this guy has. Like, 1 a.m. is prime cooking food time. 1 a.m. is prime dinner time. To me. I love eating it. I used to eat at, like, 1 a.m. because it was good because my parents would go to sleep when I lived at home. My parents would go to sleep, and then I would wait for them to go to sleep, and then I would cook food while they were sleeping, so that I didn't have to interact with them while I was in the kitchen cooking. I didn't have to interact with my parents. That was why I waited.
I actually do it. Now, I don't like to get the good steaks. Now, the reason for that is not because I don't like the good steaks. It's because I don't want to like the good steaks. The fact is that I've been using these steaks. I've been getting these steaks now for, I don't know, probably fucking 10 years. And my mom always made them for me. And these are these steaks right here. You guys can see I've got them in a bag. And this whole bag, it had 4 steaks in it, and it was...
What does he even use his money on? Nothing. Nothing. He doesn't spend any of his money. He literally does not. He just sits on it. Maybe he invested? I don't know if he might have invested it. But I don't think he spends it on fucking anything.
This thing's
Like, people have called him out for it. Or not called him out. People have said to him, like, bro, why don't you just hire a cleaner? Why don't you just, like, pay someone? Why don't you just move house? And he's like, no. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't want to.
all fucked up. What does it say? Oh my god, what a piece of shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to open this, which is alright because...
A literal dragon. You're sitting in the sword.
So, I'll show you guys how much my steaks are, and this is a meal I usually make for myself multiple times a week. $7. So it's $7 for 4 steaks here. And I get these, as I said, all the time. They're delicious.
That's a really good deal, by the way.
I have no complaints. I have no problems. I like to keep things simple. I like to keep things cheap. So next thing is you're going to need you're going to need a pan. The thing is that I have about 20 pans in my house. 19 of them are dirty. Well, actually 20 of them are dirty. I'm about to have to clean number 19 or number 20 here. And I really just clean and use the same pan over and over. I don't think you're going to want to see this, but basically I had this problem with my...
The strategy for dealing with this that I implemented in my life, before I had a dishwasher. I have a dishwasher now, so I can actually have multiple dishes. But what I used to have was I had 2 plates, 2 cups, and 2 mugs. And I had 4 forks, and 4 knives, and 4 spoons. And this was my solution. This was my solution because if I had more dishes, I would not clean the dishes as I used them. I would think of how roaches... Oh. This guy has cockroaches everywhere in his building. There's probably cockroaches in his sink, like in this video, there's cockroaches. In this, yeah, they're everywhere.
Sink. And,
they're everywhere.
Basically the sink wouldn't drain. The sink was like black of like water, and that was a fucking problem for like 2 months. And so I got a liquid plumber and I fixed that. And so now it's not a problem.
Anyway, we don't need to watch this because this is I just wanted you to know that this is real goblin modding. This is not that quirky shit that people pretend, okay?
But it was, and but anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and clean this. So you see right here, there's these little flies. I don't know why they're here. It's just fucking bullshit. And so the first thing you do, like obviously I hate washing dishes. I
know how he feels. I've also been dealing with a fly issue recently. I say fly, not flies, because it's fly singular, not fly plural. So I've been dealing with a fly issue recently. This one guy. Always fucking with me. Always. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can still fucking see him. Anyway, we don't need to watch the we don't need to watch the whole thing. But let's get the finish. Let's show you the finished product. Let's see him plate it up. He's plating it up.
These paper plates, there's only like 30 of them, and it was like $5.
That's
so these are the hard, real. These are the steak paper plates. These are the paper plates I eat steak off of. So you get the paper plate here. You put the steak right there on the plate, and then let's get the fucking potato. So you put the potato right here, also on the plate.
Bon appetit!
Oh yeah.
Bon appetit!
I'm running out of battery on my phone because I didn't charge my phone, and my phone's also running out of memory. So this video is gonna have to be over kind of soon, because I also want to eat this.
That is the worst steak you've ever seen. So, actually, this YouTube channel that reviews steaks reviewed his steak and they roasted it, but then another cooking YouTuber roasted the steak YouTube channel and said that actually Asmongold's steak is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Like, so there was like a whole thing that happened with this steak. This $2 steak went like, the cooking channels reacted to it, and then they made fun of it. And then, oh, how he cooked it, it's the quality? Oh yeah, for sure. The quality is awful. Yeah. But I mean, it's $2. What are you expecting? It's $2 fucking dollars.
I'm gonna just cut this bitch open real quick, just so you guys can see what we're all about. And so you cut that potato.
You don't think you tried it? No, they cooked the steak exactly how Asmongold cooked it. They cooked it on, like, the guy went onto the cooking channel, he cooked the steak, and he gave it to the guy that was being a hater, and the guy that was, like, making fun of the steak had it and was like, it's actually not bad. It's actually not bad at all. So, actually, listen, it's like Bruce Lee says, okay? I fear not the man who has practiced 1,000 steaks once. I fear the man who has cooked one steak 1,000 times.
Potato open. That's a good fucking looking potato. Oh man, look at that. And so you see this right here.
That's dinner.
This is what we eat.
Dinner is served.
Pretty much every day.
Pretty much every day.
I've never gotten sick. I've never had a like.
Dinner. Chat, if I served you this, would you eat it? If he served you this, would you eat it?
Bad after eating a steak. I'm a simple man. I live a simple life. I like steak and fucking potato. And
I like steak and potato.
It's a cheap steak. It's a good fucking steak, and it's good enough for me. So anyway, before I usually leave the kitchen area, this is the pan here. As you can see, it's dirty. So what we do is I just put water on it. And I do that because this makes it to where like it's easy to get the stuff off. And then I just leave it on the counter until the next steak time, which will probably be tomorrow.
This is going to
So
end
yeah,
history.
I wanted to share kind of what
Yeah, but you're
what
so
I'm
hitting,
doing
man.
and kind of how I make these steaks and everything. I know a lot of people ask about it. This was a method. Izzy taught me how to make steaks, and she probably will not be happy with some of the little twists that I put on it, but I think I'm doing great. And I also
Some of the little
use A1
twists.
for my steaks. I've been using A1 for a long time. This one is empty. I left it down here to remind myself to get more A1. I have 4 more bottles upstairs, and I think one of them has actually isn't. There's 2 of them that are empty, and then there's 2 that are not. Because the other one is like a different kind of A1. Yeah. So anyway, I use A1 with my steak.
So fucking
So
crazy.
anyway, guys, I wanted to do this video and kind of show you all how it's done.
This guy is he's so crazy. He's so insane. I have such weird feelings about Asmongold. Like, I love him, but I also hate him. But I love him. Like, I just wish, I don't know, I love him. I do love him, honestly. I wish he wasn't so much of, like, a mega chud, I guess you could say. But I love him, you know? Yeah, he's an anti-woke crusader, and I think that's the part I don't like about him. But he used to be entertaining, now he's just a bad person. Oh no, he was always a bad person. I watched his Asmongold has such a great video. I watched this like 2 days ago. Is like the true story of Asmongold, Wrath of the Lich King. He has like a 3-hour video just like detailing the lore of like playing Wrath of the Lich King. And like he was last open about it? I don't think so. I don't think he was. I think he's always been open about being a piece of shit. Like, he robbed his guild bank. He robbed all his guild people in his guild of like all their fucking shit. He stole all their shit. He stole shit on WoW for years. He was like a loot ninja for years. He was an asshole. He poached people from other guilds. Then he broke up. After he poached people from guilds, what he would do is he would find a guild that had people in it that he wanted, okay? For his own guild. So he'd find a guild that had people that he wanted for his guild, and he would ask them, hey, leave your guild and join my guild. And they would say, no, I don't think I will. So what he would do is, he would go to the people in that guild who were like last good and couldn't get raid spots as consistently, and he would poach them first. Okay? He would poach them first, and then he would steal most of the roster from the guild so that the actual good players would have their guild fall apart. And then when the good players' guild was falling apart, he would say, well, do you want to join my guild? And then they would join, and then he would kick everyone from the guild that he poached earlier to destroy the guild. Can we end this conversation? Yeah, we can end this one. It's fine. But yeah. He's openly a chud. He voted for Trump in 2016, and he, was open about it. So he's always, I think he's always been a chud. I just think that his content right now is way more, based on wokeism and way less on, actually playing a video game. I think that, 90% of the content that he makes right now is just anti-wokeism content. And he's not... You started watching NL, but you hate him a little? I love Northern Lion. I think Northern Lion is so funny. Northern Lion is so fucking funny. That guy is hilarious. I don't understand how Northern Lion's, thinking on his feet skills are amazing. He's so He's so witty, I guess you could say. He's so funny. He's so funny. Northernlion is Northernlion is one of the goats, honestly. He's quick, but he's dumb. Exactly. 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 Like Luxray.